Right. Okay. So last week we stopped at paper 4, which is listening. We have looked at all the parts except for the last part. We did look at it, right? Okay, but we couldn't finish it. We couldn't look at it in detail because I think because hello. Is that hello? Can you all hear me? I mean, is it okay, clear? Is there any problem there? I can hear some voices and everything, right? Is everything fine? Can you all hear my voice and everything? Fine, guys? If everything is fine, just give a thumbs up, clear, everything, huh? Right, okay. Maybe there's some kind of echo or something like that. Right, okay. So like I was telling just now, right, okay, that we couldn't take a look, like in detail, the last part, right? And we have looked at the three parts, right? Okay, which are like I think should not be that much of a problem, right? Okay, except for part 4. Why? Because part 4 is very difficult and students tend to struggle with this part 4, right? Okay, so you look at part 4, right, without wasting time, right? Okay, then after that I think I will review paper 1 and paper 2 again. Okay, and next week we will focus on paper 3 and paper 4 again, right? Okay, so I mean listening paper, right? Okay, so we just briefly look at this part 4. Okay, I will explain to you guys the techniques and everything, what you guys need to do, right, for the listening. Then after that we go to paper 1 and paper 2 again, right? Okay, and we will be focusing on like the sections which might be problematic, which may pose problems to you guys, right? Okay, right. So let me like share this part 4, right? Just hold on. Where is this? Yeah. Right. Okay, just hold on. Right. Okay, so let's take a look. Right, let's take a look. So I will play the audio, right? Okay, the same time I will reveal the answer, right? Okay, so after I reveal the answer, right? Okay, I will tell you what you all need to do, right? Okay, so that you guys understand, right? Okay, how to do this part 4, right? Okay, like I mentioned, the previous parts, there are some like difficulties, right? Okay, in previous parts, right? Okay, but part 1 we already looked at that for past 2 weeks, right? So I don't want to again review. So next week when I review like paper 3 and paper 4 again, maybe we will look at it, right? Okay, so carefully on that, right? Okay, but so talking about this part 4, right? Okay, talking about this part 4. Okay, as you can see the instruction there, you will hear an organization director, Melissa, speaking about media literacy among young people. Okay, for question 21 to 30, fill the missing information in each number space. Okay, why this is difficult? Like you can see that use no more than one word, right? Okay, you can't use more than one word. I mean, it should be one word and right? Okay, if you are wondering, uh, is it acceptable if we use like similar words or similar meaning words to the real answer, right? Okay, if you are wondering, well, unfortunately no, because they are looking for that particular specific word, right? Okay, and you have to find that particular word, right? That's why I say this part 4 is very difficult, very hard. But like I mentioned last week, all right, when something is hard, that doesn't mean that you can't do it, right? Okay, everything you have, like strategies, techniques, right? Okay, a plan, right? Okay, so if you follow that, definitely you can do it, right? Okay, of course it will be difficult, right? Okay, I won't, I'm not someone who like to, like give false hope, right? Okay, I'm a very realistic person. I like to tell you things as it is, right? Okay, so is it difficult? Yes, difficult. Can you do it? Yes, but if you're wondering, is it possible to get all correct, sir? Well, if you try, you can, right? Okay, but at the same time, we have to look at the plausible, like outcomes, right? Okay, what you can do, right, in this kind of hard section parts, right? Okay, because uh, listening is totally different to compared to, like reading, or like writing, or even in this sense speaking. Like speaking, like reading and writing, you can manage the situation, you can come up with, like different like solution. But for listening, it's very hard to do that, because why? Because it is limited to that particular audio. All right, okay, so if you miss that audio, right? Okay, if you miss, right? Okay, the audio extract, right? Okay, and you didn't listen properly, right? Okay, there's nothing you can do, right? Okay, there's nothing you can do. There are like few things you can do, but again, this are something, like to just make up, right? Okay, for whatever you missed, rather than the best solution, right? Okay, I won't say that this is the best solution, right? But I will say that this is something to make up, right? Okay, for whatever you missed, right? Okay, all right, so without wasting time, right? Okay, so I will play this audio, right? Okay, I'll play this audio. Okay, so while playing it, right? Okay, you guys just take a look, right? Okay, you guys take a look, right? Okay, and maybe I will stop, right? Okay, to certain parts, right? Okay, stop to certain parts, so that you guys can understand why that was the answer, right? Okay, that was the answer. Maybe because, like you may be like wondering why that is the answer, because you guys didn't listen properly. So that's why you see the answers are correct, right? Okay, it's just that if you guys are wondering that why that is the answer, that you have to ask yourself why you didn't listen properly, right? Okay, so that's the thing about listening, right? Okay, that's why listening is tricky, because it is constituted by the, what do you call this, the listening audio. It is controlled by that, right? Okay, and that's why I say that here you cannot, like find your way, like try to find a way out of this situation, right? If you miss that audio, if you miss that particular detail, right? Okay, that's it, right? Okay, that's no way out of it, right? Okay, so that's why you have to really focus when it comes to this one, right? Okay, so like I mentioned last week, right? So when we're talking about this one, right? Okay, so you focus on that particular, like, okay, 21, right? Okay, because of course they're going to follow the order. Of course they're going to follow the order, but sometimes, they will go very quickly. So I don't want you guys to lose track where you guys are, right? Okay, so like I mentioned, the main problem that student face, let's say they are in 23, but you are still waiting for them, right, to tell the answer for 21. So that means that you already like, like behind them, behind the audio, right? Okay, so you have some catching up to do, and it can get messy, because like by the time you realize that you are behind, they might be somewhere in 26 and you are still stuck at 21. And how are you going to catch up? You understand, right? Okay, so that's why I'm saying that this particular, the part 4 is really tricky unless you pay attention, right? Okay, like part 1, you still can escape, right? Okay, part 2 still as a chance to escape. Part 3, no problem, right? Okay, but when it comes to part 4, I'm afraid that there is no way to escape, right? There's no way to escape, so you have to, yeah, they're going to read the passage, right? Okay, they're going to talk about it. I mean, you see, this is, you look at the instruction there. You will hear an organization director, Melissa, speaking about media literacy. The meaner, Of course, they're going to talk about it. Of course, you will hear the.
Okay, let's get you ready to fight. Wait, what? Well,
Okay.
multi-platform global
Why I'm hearing
operation.
some kind
Every
of
fight
someone is
live
playing something. Right. Okay. So guys, so of course she's going to talk about it, but this particular text that where they ask you to find the answers, they are literally like they're literally like they're literally like what do you call this, a summary of it, right? Okay, a summary of it. So of course they will mention that particular word that you are looking for, right, that you are required to write, okay, and find, okay. But they're not going to exactly read the passage like what you are expecting, like if you're asking, are they going to read like this? The National Association for Media Literacy was established 2 years ago to promote critical thinking about media creation. And it's, if you're expecting something like that, of course, you are in for a disappointment, because it's not going to be like that, right? Okay. So let's be clear about that. So how they're going to, talk about it is, like I say, this particular text is like a summary, but they're going to talk about it, right? Okay. They will talk about it, but not according to that particular text. Okay, right? So you listen, and we will stop for a while so that you guys are clear about this one, right? Okay, all right. uh, let's go to this one, right? Okay, so listen carefully. So hold on.
Part 4, questions 21 to 30. You will hear an organization director, Melissa, speaking about media literacy among young people. Delighted to have you with us today, Melissa. Could you tell us about your current work in media literacy?
Sure. I've been the executive director of the National Association for Media Literacy since its inception 2 years ago. Our organization helps Malaysians think critically about media production and its impact on all of us. In particular, our 200
Okay, so to answer your question just now, right? Okay, so are they going to read the passage or talk about it? I mean, no, right? Okay, they're just going to, they will, you see, example, right? The first question, right? Okay, the first question, she already, just mentioned, right? Okay, she already mentioned. So, she already mentioned, right? Okay, she already mentioned. So what I mean by she already mentioned, all right? Okay, you see, she said that, oh, I was the director of this media literacy, okay, association for 2 years since its inception, and we were focusing on promoting, about thinking critically, right? Okay, you see here, they did not say that, they are saying that to promote critical thinking, but she was saying it, oh, we were promoting, thinking critically, right? Okay, so this is why you have to understand that they're going to give the answer for 21, right? They're going to give the answer for 21. So you see, sometimes the students are really expecting to listen for them to say exactly, right? Okay, they're not going to do it, right? You have to base on that particular keyword. Like she said 2 years, right? Okay, she said 2 years. You see, when you see the 2 years, you can see in the first line there's a mention of 2 years, right? Okay, and when she talk about critical thinking critically, of course they didn't say critical thinking, but thinking critically, yeah, she's talking about that critical thinking, right? Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, do not expect, right, to hear the exact word, right? Okay. Oh, critical thinking. Oh, I was waiting for them to mention that particular word so that I can find that word. No, 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 no. Then you are making a big mistake, right? You are making a big mistake, right? Okay. So now, again, I'll play from the beginning, right? Okay. You listen carefully, listen carefully. So that's why, right? Okay. So you guys have to, you see, I know, for the previous parts, I mentioned that you guys need to highlight and everything, but this one, you no need to waste your time by highlighting and everything. Okay, this is very difficult. So what you need to do is you have to focus on that particular first line, the second line, right? So the answer that you need to find here in the second line, 21, right? Okay, so before they come to the second line, of course, they will talk about the first line. So when they mention about the first line, so you have to focus, clearly focus. Okay, what is the keyword in the first line there? 2 years, right? Then you have critical thinking, right? Okay, then when you hear the word critical thinking, right? Okay, you guys have to be ready. Oh, they're going to mention the particular word here, right? Okay, so now I'm going to play again from the start, right? Okay, you guys listen. Then I'd like you guys to tell me what will be the missing word there, right? Okay, so listen,
Part 4, questions 21 to 30. You will hear an organization director, Melissa, speaking about media literacy among young people. Delighted to have you with us today, Melissa. Could you tell us about your current work in media literacy?
Sure. I've been the executive director of the National Association for Media Literacy since its inception 2 years ago. Our organization helps Malaysians think critically about media production and its impact on all of us.
so guys, did you guys get the first answer, 21, right? If anybody got it, right, you can please type it in the chat box. I just want to see. Okay, good. All right. Okay, that means you guys are listening attentively. All right. Okay, so good, good. Right. Well done. Correct. Okay. So, like I mentioned, it is an interview, right? Okay, as an interview, he was asking, oh, can you talk about, can you tell about the work that you've been doing in the National Association for Media Literacy? So she said that, oh, I've been, working since 2 years now, right? Okay, so the keyword there is 2 years, right? And after that, she mentioned that, oh, we are promoting, everyone to think critically. So yeah, that's the second keyword, right? Then you have to be ready. Then you have to know that, so don't expect, oh, sir, why they didn't mention the word society? Oh, I'm waiting for the society. If you are waiting for society, you have to wait forever, right? Okay, you won't be able to find the answer, all right? So that's what I'm telling, right? That's what I'm telling. Sometimes, okay, the word that they mention, right? Okay, one, it's not that clear for you guys, or maybe in some cases, you guys do not know how to spell the word, right? In that kind of cases, like you guys can, can be forgiven, but still that doesn't mean that you guys just should leave the blank empty. No, 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 no way, right? Okay, you guys must complete, right? Okay, right. So I think you guys get the idea. Right? Okay, now let's look at 22 here, right? Okay, so you guys have to be very, very clear on this one, right? Okay, so across Malaysia, there are 200 association members who assist teachers in what? All right. Okay. In what? Right? Media literacy models. Right. Okay. So you have to be very, very careful, because sometimes, the first one was very easy, right? Okay. You have the keyword there, 2 years and everything. But sometimes the more it goes, right? Okay. The more difficult it becomes. That's why I say part 4, it is very hard. It is very hard. But you have to, really, really be attentive, right? In order to, you guys to understand what they are really talking about, right? Okay, so now let us continue, right? Okay, so listen attentively, right? Okay, listen attentively. So don't worry, obviously once we already discover all the answer, right? Okay, then later I will give you the strategies what you guys have to do, right? Okay, to find the answer, right? Okay, and everything, right? Okay. Now, just now I told you to use the keyword. I'm sure you guys have, like look at the listen to the keyword and you managed to get the first answer correct. Okay, good. But more, the conversation continues, right? The audio continues, then you guys will realize that, wow, this is getting very, very difficult, right? Okay. But like I say, there is a strategy for it, right? Later I'll tell you guys what to do and everything, right? Okay. Now let us continue.
In particular, our 200 members nationwide support the work of educators by developing media literacy modules with.
So you see, again, for the 22, right? She already mentioned the word 200, right? That's a keyword, right? Okay. She said that, she supported, right? Okay. What do you call our tutors, right? Okay. Group of tutors. So tutors here, we are talking about teachers, right? Okay. So in what? Anybody got the, what do you call the answer, or shall I play again? Okay, I play again, right? Okay, maybe you guys were not that prepared, right? You were caught off guard, right? Okay, so I'll play again. So listen carefully. Yeah, look at the keyword. The keyword is the most important thing. The keyword is the most important thing. Yeah, right. I understand. I'll play again, right? Okay, but please look at the keyword, right? Okay, look at the keyword. So you see, the fact that we are doing this because, like I just want to, like to let like what are the things that you guys should focus. But unfortunately, in the exam, right? Okay, you won't get this privilege where, to stop and continue, because it will be continuous, right? If you guys didn't listen, then the fall is going to be on you guys. Okay, it's not going to be on, like anyone, right? So that's why of course this is like, we are basically like a practice here, like we are trying to figure out, like what are the strategies, what we can do and everything, right? Okay, but don't worry, right? Okay, I'll play again, but you guys just catch that particular keyword. Okay, catch that particular keyword. That's the most important thing, right? Okay.
Years ago, our organization helps Malaysians think critically about media production and its impact on all of us. In particular, our 200 members nationwide support the work of educators by developing media literacy modules with their input and in collaboration.
Got it, class, this time around? Anyone? There were keyword, right? 200 members there, right? Okay, supporting the educators, right? Okay, modules were there, right? Okay, so what was the one word that they said, right? By doing what? How they do it, right? How they support the educators? Did you get the what do you call the the answer? Anyone? Nobody. All right. Okay, I will play and I will highlight and I will show you guys the answer, right? Okay, we do that way lah.
Collaboration with our 200 members nationwide support the work of educators by developing media literacy.
Okay, so I think you guys get it, huh? Right? Okay, developing, right? Okay, Natasha got it, right? Well done. All right. So like I say, 200 members supporting educators, right? Okay, by how, right? Modules, right? So of course they're not gonna mention everything, right? Okay, but the keywords, right? Okay, from this basically you guys should know that the keywords are the most important things when it comes to doing this part 4, right? Okay, all right. So now, you continue, right? Okay, you continue, right? Okay, then you look for 23.
Modules with their input and in collaboration with experts who work in the media industry itself. This year, we.
So as you all notice, right? Okay, so in collaboration, right? Okay, with the experts, right? Okay, with the experts, right? Okay, she already mentioned the answer, right? Okay, so like I say, sometime they won't say the word there, right? Exactly, right? Okay, they work together. No, in collaboration. She mentioned the word in collaboration. You guys will be thinking, what is in collaboration? In collaboration mean working together, right? Okay, that's what what I mean. So if you guys are expecting the exact word to pop up there, right? Okay, in the conversation, like, I think you guys are sorry, right? Okay, you guys are mistaken, right? Okay, so you have to be focused on that, right? Okay, so now you know that they're already done with until 23, right? So the next thing you should focus is, right? Okay, the association executive director Melissa defines a literate citizen as someone who can only read and write, but also, right? Okay, yeah. So now here, what you need to focus is the keyword is define. Okay, because you see, she's defining. So defining, right? Okay, skills, right? Okay, read and write. So what are the things that you must focus that, right? So you must look at that, these keywords, right? Okay, so let's go to 24.
We have also expanded our work to counseling parents on how to raise media literate children. I've had the opportunity to connect with so many different groups. So, on a given day, I may be on the phone with an educator, another organization, Facebook, or someone in the media industry. It's a vast network that we're building.
Sounds like wonderful work. For those who do not know, how would you define media literacy?
Okay, so this is a very important thing to note. You see, we already found the answer for 23, right? Okay, at the beginning, isn't it? Right? Okay, but did you guys notice, right? Did you guys notice that, right? Okay, even after, right? Even after, right? Okay, you guys managed to, like, find the answer. The the audio is still continuing, right? Okay, but that particular information, right, she was telling, right? Okay, it got nothing to do with 24. All right, okay, so this is where students have to be very, very diligent, right? Okay, you see, they might be thinking, hey, why I'm still waiting for 24, she's still not talking about 24, right? Okay, wow, then you guys will be thinking that, like, whatever previous information that she was giving, right? Okay, oh, the answer for 24 should be somewhere there, right? Okay, no. So that's why you guys have to be patient also, right? Okay, so when it comes to listening, you have to be patient, right? Okay, you see, all the information she just gave just now is about 23, all right? She already gave the answer for 23 in the beginning, then after that she was keep talking about that, blah blah extra information, right? But only now the guy is asking, for those of you who do not know what is media literacy, how you will define. So now is where she's going to provide the definition for media literacy, right? Okay, so this is the conversation you guys should be focusing on, because this is where you guys are going to find the answer for 24. But some students will be not patient, be thinking that, oh, I think I already missed it. Oh my God, I'm still waiting for 24. She's talking about something else. Oh my God, I missed it. You see, do not let all this kind of thoughts to play in your mind. All right. Okay. So this is what, leads, lead to, like, students having difficulty in this listening, right? Okay, so like I say, you guys have to be diligent, you guys have to be vigilant also, right? Okay, you guys have to be really, really focused, okay, while you guys listening, right, at the same time. Okay, so that's the it's a challenging task. Okay, this part 4 is really, really challenging, right? Okay, especially, even this is very challenging for those people who regularly practice listening, right? And in your case, in our case, like, which I already mentioned last week itself, that listening seems to be a skill where normally it's abandoned, right? It's been ignored in most of the schools, right? Okay, they do not focus on listening, right? Okay, well, it is difficult, but like I say, right, you guys have to be patient, right? Okay, all right. Now, the keyword, why I say the keyword, define. So in the previous information, did she say anything about definition? No. So you should think that, oh, that means she still have not come to that part yet, right? Be patient. Don't be what you call paranoid, right? You know what is paranoid? Oh my God, Oh, she's talking about something else. Like, I'm still at 24. I'm waiting for 24, and she's not talking about 24. So that means that she's already like gone past 24, and she's somewhere in 27. And oh my God, oh, I missed it, right? So this is the mistake that normally, made by the students. Okay, don't do that, right? Okay, now the guy already asked. For those of you who do not know what about the definition of this media literacy, could you provide the definition, right? How you define it, right? Okay, so now is where you have to focus. Okay, all right, let's focus, let's continue. Okay, try to find the answer for 24.
Put simply, media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act using all forms of communication. Becoming a literate citizen today does not only mean someone is able to read and write, but they should also be developing the critical thinking and effective communication skills which are vital for the 21st century.
Okay, so all the keywords that you can find in between 24, right? Okay, have been mentioned by her. All right, okay. So what do you think is the answer? I know this is one very tricky, right? But it's just a guess, right? Just guess. So some are saying communication, right? Okay. Anybody with a different answer? No. All right. Okay. No problem. Right. Okay. So I will again bring your attention to that particular part, right? Okay. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Okay. See, she mentioned that, like being a illiterate citizen means, okay, not only, right, okay, someone who can read and write, okay, but also, like possess skills such as critical thinking and effective communication. So basically here, she was not talking about the skills, she was not talking about the skills, right? But she said that after she mentioned critical thinking and effective, she mentioned one word. So that is the answer, right? Okay. So again, listen carefully, right? Okay. I understand. Like I say here, right? Okay. Natasha is like, oh my God, right? Oh, that's not the answer, right? Okay. I understand. Don't worry. But like I say, at the moment we try to find out, right? Okay. Later I will tell you, like how to, like to come up with this answer, right? Okay. Like I say, we expected this to be tough, right? Okay, so listen carefully again, right? I will highlight the part that where you guys have to listen, right? Okay, so just wait.
It's a vast network that we're building.
Sounds like wonderful work. For those who do not know, how would you define media literacy?
Put simply, media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act using all forms of communication.
I understand, right? Okay, why Natasha gave the answer as communication, because here she is talking about, like yeah, the communication, right? Okay, but the problem here is, did she mention any of the keywords in the first line there, right? Okay, the association, literacy isn't someone who can, did she mention? She still have not mentioned anything. So that means this all you should ignore, you should ignore. You should not be like, the problem with the students are, oh my God, oh, that should be the answer. That should be the answer. Because you see, because they are giving too much of information, and like for you to process it, like it's a very difficult task, right? I understand, right? But you see, stick to our plan. Our plan is to focus on the keyword, right? Okay, the keyword here just now, she did not mention any of this particular someone who can only read, critical thinking. She did not mention that. So the fact that she did not mention that, why you want to choose communication as the answer? Because if you look carefully, before the blank you have only read and write. After the blank, you have skills such as critical thinking and effective communication. So you should be waiting for that particular keyword, because the answer that we are looking for is there, not here. All right. Okay. Not what she's telling now. Right. Okay. So now listen carefully. Right. Okay. So the answer that we are looking for will come after this.
Becoming a literate citizen today does not only mean someone is able to read and write, but they should also be developing.
Okay, so now, can you see the keyword there? Literate citizen. Now only she's coming to this particular part, right? Okay, and she also mentioned that it's not only someone who can read and write, but also, all right, okay, by developing what, right? Okay, so just wait, right? Okay, so I already give you the answer there, right? Okay, but you see, right, where she mentioned this particular answer, you see for yourself, right? Okay.
The critical thinking and effective communication skills, which are vital for the 21st century.
Okay, see? So here she say the word vital, correct or not? Right. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Please do not jump into conclusion that, like, oh, I think she's talking about skills. Oh, it has to be communication. No, 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 no. Wait for the keyword. After that, only she mentioned illiterate citizen. She mentioned, someone who can only write, and this one, she also mentioned skills such as critical thinking and effective communication. After that, only she said, which is vital, isn't it? Right? So that is, all right, okay, the answer, right? Okay, so I understand this can be very tricky, right? But you guys have to be focused. Okay, now, before we go to 25, you look at the keyword there, right? Okay, she notes that the widespread use of social media has made information more accessible. So we are looking for, right? We are looking for what do you call this adjective here, because you know why? Accessible is an adjective and creative is an adjective. So we are looking for one more adjective, right? Okay, so you guys focus on that. You guys focus on that. When you get to that particular point of the keyword, only then you guys focus. All right, okay. Other than that, do not take anything, right? Okay, so we'll continue, right? Okay, you guys try, all right, to find 25.
Media these days isn't confined to print or the television. The rise of social media not only puts information at our fingertips but also presents this information in more sophisticated and creative ways that require good judgment of.
So she did say that the word there, right? Okay, this one should be very straightforward, but you guys would be wondering, teacher, the word was very difficult, like first we do not know how to spell it, right? Okay, so I'll play it again, right? Okay, and you guys listen again, right? Okay, and I understand maybe for some of you this particular answer that we are looking for 25, it's a very difficult word, right? Okay, and some of you may not even know how to write, okay, or may not know the spelling of this like the word, right? Okay, so listen again, right? Okay,
This information in more sophisticated and creative ways that require good judgment.
okay, so why the answer is sophisticated? Because you all listen that she was telling about sophisticated and creative. So you see, after the blank you have creative, and this one is very direct, right? Okay, so you should know, right? But like I said, some of you will be wondering, sir, what is sophisticated? Wow, this word is very tough, guys. There's no other way. Like I say, there are 10 questions here. If you expecting to get everything, well, you can, it's not that nobody's saying that, like, I'm not gonna disencourage you guys to say, oh, there's no way you guys can get everything. No, 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 but yes, you can, but sometimes it's be difficult, right? Okay, but in this way, sophisticated may not know, right? Okay, if you're wondering, so what is sophisticated? Sophisticated means another word for complex. Okay, so what is complex? Well, complex means something which is, how to put it, all right? Okay, information which is not easy to understand, all right? Okay, they put it in a very difficult way, right? Very hard way to understand, right? Okay, in another way, you can say that difficult, right? Okay, another way for another word for sophisticated is like, it's very complicated, right? Very complicated. It's not easily you can understand. It require for you to think, right? Okay, think carefully in order to understand that particular information. That is sophisticated, right? Okay, so now the next one, 26 here, right? Okay, see, good judgment is required to assess truth in any piece of information, especially since users now, right? Okay, what? React to, comment, and share content. So you guys have to wait carefully. You have to look at this one, comment, share content. Okay, how they do it, right? Okay, how they react to the information, right? Okay, how they react to information, right? So just focus, right? Hopefully, I understand 25 is a little bit difficult, but 26, I think you should be able to find the answer, right? Because 26, the answer should not be that difficult.
Creative ways that require good judgment of true and false information. What's more is that media consumers now actively engage with content through reactions, comment, shares, and some even respond by producing their own content, which can be further circulated.
So I don't know how many of you got the answer, right? Okay, actively, but let me play again. All right, okay, you guys can see, right, where they mentioned that, right? Okay, like I say, they won't mention directly, but she is talking about it there, right? Okay, so you have to find, the one that very close to that particular, like the blank, right? Okay, if you look at the blank, before the blank you have now. So now I think it's a very difficult word to, like focus on. So you can focus on the particular word react to, right? React, right? React, or any form of the word react, reaction, right? Okay, so you should focus on that. So you can see the answer here, right? Okay, so let me play that part so you guys can see why the answer is actively.
With content through reactions, comments, or is that media consumers now actively engage with content through reactions, comment, shares, and some even respond by producing their own content, which can be further circulated.
Right, okay, so she said that, like actively by sharing the content. You see, she didn't straight away go to react, right? She go to share content, comment, or reaction, right? So but the keywords are there or not? Yes. Okay, reaction, comment, like share, right? Okay, so what she said before that, actively, how they are doing it, actively they are doing it, right? Okay, actively they are doing it, right? Okay, so I think this one should not be that much of a problem. All right, now let's focus on question number 20, what do you call this, 7. So media literacy goes beyond what, whether certain information is true or false, right? So this one, you guys have to really focus, okay? Because you see, when a certain information is coming very at the beginning, right? Okay, it's very hard to find, because like she might mention it very quickly, right? Okay, sometimes you guys have to focus on the particular information, because sometimes she can mention that particular information of the word, right, very quickly, right? Okay, so that's why your quick what do you call, the hearing, right? Okay, is needed here, right? Okay, all right, so focus up, right? 27 up.
What's more is that media consumers now actively engage with content through reactions, comment, shares, and some even respond by producing their own content, which can be further circulated. Media has become a very robust entity today, so we urgently need to equip our youth with media literacy skills.
That's very interesting. Now that we know what media literacy is and why it's important, what do you think is the biggest misconception about it?
Right now, the biggest misconception about media literacy is that it's solely about determining whether something is true or false. Information
Okay, so did you guys get this 27, right? Okay, so I think she already, this one is kind of like direct, right? This one is kind of direct. Okay, did you guys get it? Anyone? Nope. Looks like nobody, right? Okay, no problem. I will play again, right? Okay, listen carefully, right? Okay, then after that, I will show you the answer, right? Okay.
about media literacy is that it's solely about determining whether something is true or false. Information is very
Okay, good. All right. Okay. So this one, I think you guys got the answer, right? Okay. So we are talking about determining whether the certain information is true or false. Okay, good. All right. So like I say, all right. Okay. Sometimes some information can be very direct. Okay. In this case, like information is true or false. I think it's very direct, isn't it? So I think you guys also understood, right? Okay. But in some cases, it won't be like that, right? Okay. All right. Now, let's take a look at this one, right? Okay. It involves understanding full details such as perspective, biases, target, right? Okay. And advantages of sharing content in a certain way. So this one, you see, this one also can be very easy because you know why? Before that particular blank, right? Okay, you have another word here, So target, right? Okay, target what, right? Okay, so that particular word should come together. In this case, like it should be a little bit easier, right? Okay, so let's take a look, right? Okay, see whether you guys can get this one or not, right?
complex and something is true or false. Information is very complex and most of it falls somewhere between these two extremes. The downside is that people don't truly understand that we're not evaluating information simply to find out if something is true or false. Instead, we need to analyze, understand, and evaluate all the details of any information. We need to understand whose perspectives are being shared in media, what potential biases they might have, who the target audience is, and what the media creators might stand to gain from sharing their content in a certain way. These questions
Okay, I think this one you guys should have got the answer very quickly, right? Okay, so this one she was very detailed and thorough, right? Okay, so I don't think you guys can miss this one, right? Okay, so she was talking about perspective, biases, target audience, right? Okay, so that one should be easy lah, right? Okay, right now. Let's go to 29. All right, parents can start to inculcate media literacy in their children by, right? Okay, so how? So the keyword here is by you focusing on parents. Okay, inculcate you by thinking like, sir, what is inculcate? We have no idea. I understand, but you see, here you have to focus on like parents, children, right? Okay, with their children, after the blank you see with their children. So when you see the word children, like you guys have to be really focused, right? Okay, that's how you guys can get the answer for 29, right? Okay, so let's take a look at 29.
might stand to gain from sharing their content in a certain way. These questions are what we train students to ask every time they encounter news or information.
So, what conversations do you think parents should be having with their kids about media literacy?
So now, right? Okay, so it's very like clear that they're going to talk about 29, right? Okay, because the guy already answered the question, right? What you think about parents should ask about their kids and everything. So the answer that we are looking also is related to this, children, parents, and so on. So you guys have to be focused, right? Okay.
I think most parents' goal would be to create a healthy relationship with media at home. And the best place to start would be to spend time speaking with children about the media they love.
So she already mentioned the answer. All right. Okay. I just want to know whether you guys got it or not. What do you think? She mentioned the proposition also, right? Okay. All right. Okay. You see, we are looking at before the blank, right? We see a proposition by, right? Okay. So she said that by this, right? Okay. By how, right? Okay. So we didn't hear it, right? Okay. So that's why we couldn't give you any answer, right? Okay. Understood. Never mind. I'll play it again, right? Okay. I hope you guys can find the answer, right?
A healthy relationship with media at home. And the best place to start would be to spend time speaking with children about the media they love. If
Got it, class? By how? Yeah, right. Okay, good. Right, well done. Okay, by speaking. Right. Okay, good. All right. So I think you got it right. Okay. But the fact that you guys, after listen for so many times, you guys getting it. Like I say, in the exam, you won't have this, the privilege of, listening to it, like by stop and listen, stop and listen, right? But you still have the advantage of listening it twice, right? Okay. So once we find the answer for number 30, then I'll let you guys know, right, what you all can do, right, okay, to find the answer for this part 4, right? Okay, now let's look at number 30 here, right? Okay, so by speaking with their children about news and they interest them, right? Okay, they also can teach their children some media literacy. How? What? Media literacy what? Okay, so basically when teach mean, it has to be something, isn't it, right? Okay, so this one you should focus on, like what she's talking about. The keyword is teach, right? Okay, media literacy how, right? Okay, media literacy what, right? Okay, so focus on that lah. All right. Okay, so I'll play. Try to get it. I hopefully I don't need to play again, this for you guys to get it. So I hope you guys can get it the first time itself, right? Okay, so just listen up.
to start would be to spend time speaking with children about the media they love. If they are avid K-pop fans, you should sit down with them and talk about the latest news in Korean entertainment. Understanding their thought process in verifying news that interests them would yield some interesting insights into how our children already possess basic media literacy skills. The next step would be to guide them to research news other than K-pop. At the National Association for Media Literacy, we've developed some comprehensive guides for parents to learn strategies such as reverse image search and geolocation identification alongside their children.
Right. Okay, so it's done. So what do you think the answer? What do you think is the answer? If they have to teach, right? Okay, if they have to teach, she said that, we have something for parents to learn, right? Okay, they have to learn that first, only then they can teach. So what they ask the parents to learn, only they can teach that, right? Okay, so yeah, good, well done. All right. Okay, I was worried that, some of you will get the answer as skills, because they did mention, the word skills. So luckily that you guys didn't fall into that trap, because she was not talking about that, right? Okay, she was talking about the second step. The second step is like here, she didn't directly say that they have to teach, but like indirectly we have to understand that, like how the parents have to teach them. If they have to learn that first, then only they can teach. So what she said, that the parents have to learn. So what they learn, only that they can teach to the children. So here she said that, like they have to learn media literacy strategies, right? Okay, so that's what they can teach to their children, right? Okay, guys. So basically, so we already found the answer, right? Okay, but like I say, out of the 10 questions there, right? Okay, you guys don't be afraid. Okay, you guys don't think, sir, like we are kind of like worried about the word sophisticated, right? Okay, will there be like similar words, right? Okay, out of 10, like what do you call this, answers that, right? Okay, um, you won't find so many difficult words, right? Okay, so if you take a look, impact is not that something very alien for you guys. Developing, experts, vital, right? Okay, actively, determining, right? Okay, audience, speaking, strategies. So the one difficult, or maybe something that you may not understand, is sophisticated, right? Okay, sophisticated. So others, I don't think they are that difficult, right? Okay, for you guys to comprehend, isn't it? Right? Okay, it might be something that you guys regularly use in your daily conversation, all right? Okay, and or something that you may regularly hear, right? Okay, so that's why you guys don't need to worry about, oh, what if they come up with all the word that, like very difficult, and the spelling is something that, like something that I do not know, right? Okay, how is it going to be, right? Okay, don't need to worry. Of course they will come out with it, right? Okay, in definitely in 10 questions there will be one word like this, sophisticated, all right? Okay, there will be, right? Okay, all right, but it won't be more than one or two word the most, right? Okay, so you guys can rest assured that like you guys don't need to worry about too much of word, right? Okay, like, oh my god, what about like they come out with more than one word and everything. There's nothing to be worried about, right? Okay, so now, since you guys already got the answers now, right? Okay, now guys, this part 4, right? Now the fact that we stop and we try to listen and we try to find the answer, and you guys got it, right? Okay, when we do this, of course, anybody can get the answer, right? Okay, but during the what they call the exam, right? Okay, you're not going to listen like that. Okay, you're not going to do the test like that, right? Okay, nobody is going to be there to stop the like the audio, right? So that you guys can write the answer, right? Okay, there's no way like that, right? Okay, so they're going to play the audio, right? Okay, so when they are playing the audio, if you don't want to be left behind by the audio, right? Okay, so again, the listening audio, right, does not wait for you guys, right? Okay, so you guys must keep track with the listening audio, not the other way around, right? Okay, so you guys have to, right, be really focused where they are. So how to do that? Exactly like I said, right? Okay, the previous parts I mentioned, highlighting it, but why I did not say here, because this is in a form of a text, okay, a passage, right? Okay, those in part 1, part 2, part 3, they are like in an option, right? Okay, so that's why I asked you guys to in a question form. So I asked you guys to underline so that you can be specific. Okay, you can narrow down what you are supposed to listen, right? Okay, it's called listening for specific words. All right, okay, that is something called listening for specific words, right? Okay, so that's why I asked you guys to do that, right? Okay, but here, if you were to do that, then you guys will be in trouble. So that's why I say, when you guys are listening, right? Okay, the first thing you guys should do is you guys should focus on the keyword. All right, okay, the first line, 21, right? Okay, so before the answer, right? Okay, you can see there's one line there, right? Okay, 2 years, media literacy, critical thinking. So these are the things that you should focus, right? So when you hear that, you see, at the beginning, if you guys are not listening attentively, you can be forgiven. But because you know why? You guys have, like 2 years, you guys have critical reading, you guys national association, you guys media literacy, all right? Okay, all these things are there, right? Okay, so you guys can be relaxed, like you guys can be forgiven if you guys are listening, not listening attentively. But as soon as you guys hear the first keyword, right? Okay, oh, media literacy, 2 years ago. All right. Okay. Critical. Then you guys have to like really stick your ears to the particular, like audio, because you know that you guys going to find the answer there. Right. Okay. So you have to focus that. Right. Okay. That is the number one strategy. Keywords. Okay. Listen to the keywords. Okay. Good. Number two, you guys are going to listen to the audio twice. Okay. So what I suggest is the first time, right? Okay. When you like, let's say when you're listening up, but you still didn't get that particular, answer, right? Okay. But sometimes, you guys will hear, like several words. You just write down, right? Just write down whatever words. Okay. Let's say example, just now for one of the, what do you call, for 24, some of you give the answer communication, right? Okay. So it's not wrong. You write down the communication. Do not write the answer first. Okay. Write down, you just take a piece of paper, write down communication, vital, right? Whatever, you just write it down, right? Okay. Later, the second time when you guys are listening, right? Okay. You confirm. You have something to refer to, right? Okay. You see, the mistakes made by students, right? Okay. When they don't, write down whatever words they hear, right? Okay. So because how to determine whether that's the answer? Are you going to keep everything? You're going to store everything in your head so that the second time when you hear, you're going to take it out from your head? It's not logic, right? Okay. Like, even though if you have a very, like very strong memory power, right? Okay. You have a very mind control, whatever it is, right? Okay. But I don't think that it's possible for you guys to store anything in your mind, right? So that's why you guys have to take a piece of paper, right? 21, right? You already know that the keyword is coming, right? Okay, then you be prepared, right? Okay, right? Okay. Oh, is it communication? Oh, right. Okay, write it down. Right or wrong is not a problem, right? Write it down, right? Okay. When you determine whether it's right or wrong, the second time when you guys are listening, that's the time you guys give your ultimate focus. All right. Okay. Your full focus into that particular options. Right. Okay. Then for the third thing, okay, this is the second thing you do. The third thing, right? Okay. Let's say you guys have written down, but the second time when you listen and you did not hear whatever option that you have written down there, you did not hear for the second time. So you guys are thinking, oh my God. So that means it's official that you guys missed the answer for 24. So what are you going to do? Are you going to just leave the space empty? No. Whatever you guys have written down there, okay, you take a look. Let's say you have these three options. Let's say you have these three options. Okay. Vital, communication, and what do you call this? Speaking example, right? Okay. So which one you think, like, okay, let's say the real answer is not there. Okay, the real answer is not there. So we take out vital, right? Okay, let's say communication, let's say speaking, let's say, like creative, right? Okay. So you take a look, you look at 24. Communication skill, yeah, look possible. Creative skills, creative and critical look similar, so I will take out that. Speaking skill, well, read and write is there, so speaking also can, right? Okay, so it's between communication and speaking. You just write it down, right? Okay, but sir, it's not the right answer. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, but guys, something is better than nothing. It's better for you guys to write the answer there, right, rather than just leaving it empty, right? Okay, so please don't do that, right? Okay, so that's the thing, right? Okay, so these are the three strategies. First, you guys listen, use the keyword to find the answer, right? Okay, and you guys have to be prepared, right? Okay, you gotta have to accept that out of the 10 questions, you guys will definitely hear one, right? Okay, one word where you will find it very hard, right? So do not put your entire focus on that particular word. Oh, I need to figure out this word, I need to get 10 out of 10, like, oh, this word is giving me all kind of torture here. Oh, I need to find out. No. Don't try to be too perfect, right? Okay, nothing is perfect in this world, right? Okay, so you guys don't do that, right? Don't try that, right? Okay, so you guys just use the keyword and you guys can get that. So second word is like, prepare a piece of paper, just write down whatever you guys can hear that, right? Why? As a reference. Okay. The second time when you hear the conversation, the audio again, check. All right. Okay. You have written down anything there, right? Because you know why? Just now when I'm asking you guys the question, right? Okay, the answer, right? Why some of you guys didn't give any answer? Because you guys were all are listening and thinking, that, whatever we hear, right? Okay. Oh, we try to put it in our mind, in our head. It doesn't work like that. If you guys have written something down there, if I ask you guys, hey guys, what do you guys think the answer? You guys would have looked at that particular option that you guys have written down, and you guys will say, teacher, I think actively, I think, actively, teacher, you guys will give some answer. All right. So that's why I'm asking you guys write it down, right? Okay, because it will be very, very useful, right? Okay, you may think that this is not logical, I know why we need to write it down, right? But guys, believe me, it will be very useful, right? Okay, so I think that's it, right? Okay, I know part 4 is a little bit difficult for you guys, right? I understand that, right? Okay, but like I said, the main, right? Okay, strategy, the way to do this is keyword. Okay, if you do not follow the keyword, right? Okay, and there's no way you guys can do this. And like I said, the audio will be somewhere, you guys will be somewhere, and please have patience. Just because they are talking an information that you are looking for and it's not there, don't assume that, oh my God, I missed that information that I'm looking for. No, it's not necessarily that in that particular audio, they're only going to talk about the information that you are looking for. They will talk about extra information, which is unnecessary, but you cannot ask them, hey, why you are talking about unnecessary information? I talk about the relevant information now, so I can find the answer very easily here, guys. It doesn't work like that, right? Okay, so I think you guys should know that, right? Okay, so you guys must have patience. That's very, very important, right? Okay, the important skills for you guys to do this, all right? Okay, all right. I think we will stop here. We will continue with our paper 1. Okay, so before we go to paper 1, right? Okay, anything that you guys have, like doubt or anything you guys need to clarify, anything is still bugging you guys, right? Okay, so this is still, like something that, like disturbing me, I really do not know how to do this, right? Okay, so anything, guys, or shall we go to paper 1? Anything? Nothing? All fine? Clear, huh? Right, if that's the case, let's go to, let me stop this one. Just hold on. All right, okay, so with that, we have gone through all the papers, right? Paper 1 until paper 4, right? Okay, now we again going to start back, right? Okay, someone is asking a question. Sorry, I didn't notice that, right? Yeah, what is that? Is there a question where the answer are who is or another? I don't understand the question, right? Okay, so are you asking that where the answer is who is or another? So if you're asking that, like they have 3 options, what you have to do? Well, that particular part 4, right? Okay, there cannot be a different answer. Okay, that particular answer should be from the text. I mean, from the audio, right? Okay, so if you guys are wondering, right? Okay, what if we didn't hear that particular word, but we give an answer, right? Okay, which is similar meaning to, right? Okay, where we need to use word 51 W51H, right? Okay, I am sorry, Shami. I think I couldn't grasp your question. So are you asking, is there, how to find the answer for part 4, or are you asking, how to find how to choose from the choices? Whom, where, whom, like that, right? Okay. Yeah. I mean, basically the question won't be there, right? Okay, you have to focus on the audio, right? The focus on the audio, right? Okay, if you're talking about like whom, where, which, no, it's not about that, okay? Because it depends on the audio, right? It depends on the audio, because this is not like a set question like, like your previous, like if you look at part one, right? If you remember part one, I don't know, I'm not so sure whether you are here last week, right? When we are looking at part one and part two. If you're looking at part one, you will have a set question. Okay. So in that kind of set question, you will have who, where, whom, right? Okay. That is not a problem, right? Okay. In that case, you know what you're looking for. You're looking for who, you're looking for where, you're looking for, right, which and everything. But in this part four, that's not the case. In this part four is not about whom, where, which, and all this thing is about. Oh, he's asking about paper two. All right. Okay. No problem. All right. Okay. I think maybe he's not so sure about the question. Maybe I'm not so sure about the question also. All right. Never mind. I think again we will come back to paper two and paper three and everything, right? Again. So you guys can clarify, right? Okay. So without wasting time, right? Because we still have, like a few minutes, right? Okay. Not few minutes. I think we still have time, right? Okay. Let's move on to paper one again. Just hold on for a while. We share paper one. So paper one, right? Okay. I know we did a long time ago, right? Okay. There's a chances that you guys could have forgotten, like most of, what we did in paper one or whatever thing, right? So this is just a short review, right, on paper one. All right. Okay. So that you guys know roughly what you guys have to do, right? Roughly, you guys know what you have to do and everything, right? Okay. So just hold on. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, reading and use of English. Okay, so this is the first paper we looked, right? Okay, so long ago, right? I believe, right? Okay, somewhere in October, right? Okay, so since that we have gone through paper two, paper three, and paper four, and the last one, paper four, listening, right? Okay, so again, going back to paper one again, right? Okay, so this time around, guys, right? Okay, I'm not gonna go into detail and everything, so I'm just going to give you guys a briefing on what are the things that you will find in this paper one, and what are the difficult parts, okay, right? Okay, and which one you guys have doubts, right? Okay, and about the technique and strategies, please ask me, right? Okay, all right. Let's get to part one in paper one. All right. Okay. So paper one here, part one here, right? Okay. So you have question 1 to 8, right? Okay, 8 questions. Read the text carefully in each question. Choose the best answer A, B, or C. For each question, mark the correct answer A, B, or C. Right. Okay. So basically, right. Okay. This is where you guys have to, right? Okay. Look at the question, right? Okay. I know. So this is a very short text, right? Okay. Why don't we just read the short text and we go to the question? Well, guys, I still prefer you guys not to waste your time by reading the text. I know it's a short text, right? You guys will be wondering, what's wrong if we read the short text, right? Okay. You guys would be wondering, oh, we understand if it's the long text, okay, reading passage for reading comprehension. But this one, what's wrong if we read, the short text? There's nothing wrong. Well, it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong, right? There's nothing wrong. But my question to you guys is, let's say you read the text and you still don't understand the text. So what are you guys going to do? You know what normally students will do? they will read the text again, maybe twice, maybe thrice, right? Okay, isn't that wasting your time, guys? Isn't that wasting your time? That's what I believe that you should not do, right? Okay, so what you guys should do, go to the question, right? Okay, based on the profile, you know the writer, right? Okay, the writer. So there's nothing you can look at. Number one, right? Okay, so look at the option. Is good at playing musical instrument. Guys, highlight the important thing here. Is the writer good at playing musical instrument, right? Okay, this is the part you don't need to read, you just have to scan. All right, okay, what you have to scan? Musical, go to the musical part. All right, okay, quickly scan and tell me, guys, is the writer good at playing musical instrument? Is the writer good at playing musical instrument? No, right? Okay, why? If you look at the second line, I'm thinking of becoming musician one day. All right, okay. So if he's thinking of becoming musician one day, do you think the writer can be good at musical instrument? Of course no. Bye bye to A, right? Okay. B is working to pay music lesson. All right, okay, music lesson. All right, okay. So take a look. Can you see anywhere there related? I can see somewhere, right? Okay, yes, right? Okay, I'm helping my parents at fruit stall, right? Okay, it's considered like working lah, right? Okay, I want to earn some money for my guitar lessons. What is guitar lesson? Oh, guitar lesson is a music lesson. Okay, good. All right, B looks great. All right, don't jump into conclusion. Oh yeah, sir, yeah, B is the answer. Yeah, yeah, you know, like, oh, 100% sure. Even though everything looks, you know, like that, you still have to look at C. All right, okay, sometimes you cannot be so sure, right? Okay, you're right. Okay, all right, B, good, right? Keep B. C, wants to be a professional dancer. Okay, so the keyword here is dancer, right? Keywords here is the dancer. All right, can you guys you know, like scan and see whether, you know, like, is he want, does it state anywhere there he wants to be a dancer? But if you look at that, right, okay, line number 3, one other thing I really enjoy doing is dancing. Yeah, he's talking about dancing. Yeah, right, the keyword there is dancer. Okay, dancing is there, right? Okay, I'm quite good at it. Okay, good. All right, okay, and can create my own moves unlike my friends. Good. But all are good. Something suggested that he's a good dancer, right? He really enjoyed dancing, but unfortunately there's no mention there that he wants to be a professional dancer. All right, so guys, bye bye. See, so now you guys are really sure that the answer is B. All right, okay, good, right? Okay, so I hope you guys understand, right? Okay, so part 1, this is what you guys should do, right? And believe me, guys, if you guys are reading the text, you may get the answer, but you know, you will find the answer a little bit late, right? Okay, this is easier, this is faster. If you read the text and you guys can come and find the answer, you can still, right? Okay, but it will be a little bit late. So which one you guys want? You want the fast approach or you guys want the late approach? That one you guys have to decide. All right, okay, I only can tell you, right? But I can't force you guys to do something that you know, like, maybe you have to choose. All right, okay, that choice is open to your, right, okay, decision. All right, okay, all right, okay, now let's take a look at another question. Okay, so in your part 1, this kind of question are really plenty, normally dominated by this kind of question. So what kind of question I'm talking about here? Number 2, which statement is true about the conversation? Okay, so you guys have to be very careful when this kind of question. All right, okay, you are not looking for the main idea, you are not looking for the purpose, you're not looking for any specific details, right? You guys are looking about true, false. Guys, this is something very, very normal that you guys regularly do, isn't it? Right? Okay, you guys regularly do this, like in your school, right? Okay, so it's a normal exercise, true or false, right? Okay, true or false. Okay, now take a look at, okay, again, I will suggest look at the question rather than the particular text message there, right? Okay, now, which statement is true about the conversation, right? Okay, so mom will pick Jan up from Masjid Jami station, right? Okay, you can see that Jan, you can see mom, you can see Masjid Jami train station, but is she picking up Jan from Masjid Jami? All right, okay, can you see anywhere there, class? Well, I can see here, could you meet me at Masjid Jami train station? How you want to pick up someone if you cannot meet that person, right? Okay, yeah, so A looks plausible, right? Okay, good, keep it up, right? Okay, now take a look at B. The train is delayed for 10 minutes at Masjid Jami station. Okay, so if you look at the conversation, I'm stuck in the train. An announcement said that it will run again in 10 minutes time. Okay, so 10 minutes is there, right? Okay, 10 minutes there, right? Good, right? At Masjid Jami. All right, okay, guys, the question now is, the train was delayed 10 minutes, but was it delayed at Masjid Jami station? Did they mention that? Yes or no? No, right? So bye B, right? C, Jan will leave the train 2 stations away from Masjid Jami, right? Okay, so can you see the word 2 station away? All right, okay, yeah, the last text there, right? Tell me when you are 2 stations away. I will leave the house when you text me. So guys, who is sending this message? This message belong to Jan or belong to mom? It belongs to mom, right? So mom is the one who's telling, I will leave the house when you are 2 stations away. So C is saying Jan will leave the train 2 station away. So it's very clear that C is not true. Bye C. Yeah, correct. Okay, so bye C. So I think you guys know what is the answer. All right, okay, so why, if you're wondering, so why, even though after, right, okay, you already know that A is the answer, I mean A is a true option, right? The question is about which statement is true. A is true already. Why we are still looking at B and C? This is where students always make mistakes, guys. The strategy that I'm asking you guys to do, I'm not asking you guys to read the text. Okay, I'm asking you guys to go and look at the option. The strategy is, guys, look at the option. So that's why I'm not saying look at the option, I'm saying look at the options. So that means you guys have to look at A, B, and C, not only when you guys see, oh yeah, A, yeah, correct, yeah, that's the answer. No, right? Overconfidence is not good for body, right? Okay, people will say not good for your health, right? Okay, some students, they are very overconfident, right? Yeah, I'm sure this is A, right? This is, I'm 100% guarantee that this is A, right? Okay, sometimes it could be yes, right? Okay, it could be true, but in some case, right, it may not be, right? Okay, but you have to be careful. That's why I'm saying you have to be very careful, right? Okay, all right, now let's take a look at another what do you call a question, another type of question. All right, okay, take a look at here. Based on the advertisement, right? Based on the advertisement, the dartboard, right? So this one, you have to focus on the information. Okay, so again, look at the option, right? Okay, based on the information, the dartboard, right? Okay, so guys, this is where you guys focus on the dartboard, right? The dartboard, right? Okay, the dartboard, you do not focus on anything else, you focus on the dartboard, right? Okay, dartboard, okay, is being sold at its original price. Okay, so you already know the keyword here is price. You guys quickly go and scan only the price. Do not look at anything else. Okay. Is it being sold at the original price, guys? You look at the price. No. Why? Why is not being sold at the original price? Because can you look at the price section there? Was, deal, right? RM63 plus 5. So that means was 88. Now it's somewhere 70, right? Or 68, isn't it? Right? Okay. So is it original price? No. So bye-bye A. All right. Okay. Bye-bye A. Okay. Bye-bye A. So bye-bye A. So bye-bye A. All right. Okay. Now B comes with 12 well-made darts with sharp points. Okay. So another keyword here, right? Okay. 12 well-made darts. Okay. The word 12 is there, right? Okay, good. Okay. But is it with sharp points? Okay. Now look for the, what do you call this one, like about points. Okay. If you cannot find points, look about the dots. Look about dots. Okay. Right. Okay. Great for officers. That is not dots. Improve your NI coordination. Nothing about dots. Great save children. Nothing about there. Right. Dots again. Magnetic darts are made of high quality material. Do not fall off when they hit. Okay. Nothing say there. Look at the safety. It's very important. Darts are without needles. Guys, if the darts do not have needles, how can they have sharp points? Correct or not? Right? Okay. They don't have needles. How can they have sharp points? Correct or not? So you guys are clear, right? So what is the answer? A, you already say bye-bye. B, you already say bye-bye. In this case, you guys can be really, really sure. You don't need to even look. But for the argument's sake, you guys can take a look, right? Take a look and see. It's a suitable game for people of all ages. All right. So now you look at here. A great game and safe game for children up to adults. Yeah, children up to adults. So for all ages, right? And any types of spaces. Look for spaces. You look at the first there. Great for offices, parties, classroom, homes, games room, indoor and outdoor spaces. So all these are spaces, right? So yeah, many type of spaces. All right. So you guys are now 100% sure that you guys are making the correct decision by saying the answer is, all right, C, right? Why? Because you see, a great game for children and for adults, then you are talking about spaces. Yeah, then of course the answer is C. All right. Okay, good. All right. We will take a look at the last, another type of question in part 1, right? Okay. All right. Take a look at here. The purpose of this writing, here. This is where they are asking you about why. The question why they are writing this particular text, right? Okay, so now you may think that, oh, then we have to read the text, then we will get the answer. No, guys. Use the same strategy. Look at the option, right? Okay. So the purpose here means, right? The purpose here means you have to look at the keyword at the beginning. To complain, to get advice, to explain. Complain, get advice, explain. All right. Okay. Underline the keyword there, right? Okay. Now you look at, is she complaining? Okay. Is she complaining? All right. Okay. Is she complaining? Last year I lost, my parents took me, the doctors told me I needed to recover since I had lost too much. I know what I did was unhealthy, but I still dislike my body. My parents are forcing me to eat more rice and bread. Yes. Okay. Help me. I just want to have a fit body. You see, if she just complaining, she should not use the word help me. Okay. All right. Everything that you should find in the text should be complain only. All right. She is complaining. Good. But why suddenly there's a word help me there? All right. Okay, guys. Now, since the word help me is there, what is help me? When people say help me, I just want to have a fit body. All right. Are they, all right? Okay. Are they complaining? Are they asking advice? Are they explaining? So what do you guys think? Yeah, it's very simple, isn't it? Right? Okay. If they use the word help me, I just want to have a fit body, they are not explaining to you. If they just explain to you, they will never use the word help me, right? Okay. If they want to complain also, they won't use the word help me, right? Okay. So why they use the word help me? Because they want your advice, correct? Okay. So that's why we are using that particular word. All right. Okay. Good. All right. Okay. So time is up, right? Okay. Now let's take a look at, briefly we take a look at part 2, right? Okay. All right. So part 2 here, class, right? Okay. So part 1, you guys are done, right? Okay. See, there are 8 questions, but I don't want to focus on all the 8 questions. So I was just focusing on different type of questions and what kind of question will you guys can expect, and you know how to do that, right? Okay. That's the strategies, right? Okay. Same, right? Basically they're same, right? Okay. For that part 1, right? Okay. Now let's look at part 2. So part 2, this is the part, right? Okay, if you remember, your paper 1 was on reading and use of English. So in this paper, part 1 reading, part 3 is about reading, part 4 reading, part 5 reading again, right? Okay, this is the one part where you guys will see use of English, right? Use of English, all right? Okay, so how to do this, right? Okay, now let's take a look at this one. Okay, it was my sister. Okay, it was my sister started the whole problem, right? Okay, now look at before the blank. Okay, look at before the blank. Okay, before the blank, you see sister. Sister is a person, right? Okay, sister is a person. So let's take a look at the option, right? Number 9. Okay, so before this, you see, you saw that, like sister is a person. So for a person, what we normally use, okay, if you look at the option there, all right, okay, who, whom, whose, which, you guys can definitely take out D, because do we use which for people, class? For person? No, all right? Bye-bye to D, all right? Bye-bye to D, all right? Okay. Now, we will also not use whose, all right? So why not whose? Because whose is more to talking about possession, all right? Okay. Example, hey, whose book is that? Whose car is that? So I mean, we are not talking about, right, the person. We are talking about possession, right? Okay. So bye-bye to C. Now, class, the answer is between A or B. All right. Okay. So because whom and who both are used for people. So which one you think will be the answer? Natasha already gave the answer saying that who. All right. Okay. What about the others? What do you guys think? Guys, anything? What do you guys think? We are talking about a person, person. All right. Okay. You are talking about person. So who or whom? Okay. Yeah. Everybody is saying A, who. Right. Okay. Good. All right. Good. The answer is A, right? Okay. But if somebody is wondering, sir, why cannot be whom? All right. Why cannot be whom? Some of you say, oh, we know why we cannot be whom, right? But I cannot assume that all of you know why it cannot be whom. Okay, guys, who everybody knows, right? Everybody knows why we use who. Who is a relative pronoun where we use to talk about a person, all right? Okay. Whom, all right? Okay. Why we use whom, right? Okay. Whom is basically object pronoun, all right? Not relative pronoun. Okay. Example, all right? Okay. If I ask you, hey, who is that? I don't use whom is that, right? Okay. I don't use whom is that, right? Because I want to know who's the person. Hey, who did this, right? Okay. Who still haven't, do my work, right? I use who. I cannot, whom still haven't do my work. I won't use that, right? Okay. Why I say object here, right? Let's say, yesterday you guys were like, meeting, you met someone, right? Okay, you met someone, your friend was talking to somebody, right? Okay, and you come back today and you ask, you are asking your friend, hey, I saw you yesterday, right? You are talking with someone, right? Hey, who's that, right? Okay, you know how you will answer this question? Oh, the person whom I was talking to yesterday was or is my father, right? Okay, you don't say the person who I was talking to. No. The person whom I was talking to yesterday was my father, all right? Okay, so to literally put it to you guys, right? Okay, you see, subject pronoun, right? Okay, what is subject pronoun? Subject pronoun here, right? Okay, just hold on, just give me a moment, right? Okay, because when it comes to use of English, you guys need to be very, very clear. Otherwise, you guys will find it very hard to do this particular part, right? Okay, so subject pronoun here is, we are talking about he, she, right? Okay, what do you call it, right? Okay, he, she, and it, right? Okay, so what about object pronoun, right? Okay, what is object pronoun, right? Okay, if you guys are wondering, okay, okay, him, her, okay, all right, this is object pronoun, all right? Okay, so to clarify to you guys in a very simple way, who we use for subject pronoun, okay? Hey, who is the person? Oh, he, she, all right? Okay, what do you call this one? Object pronoun, whom we normally, use for object pronoun, all right? Okay, the person you met yesterday, whom, right? Or the person I was talking to, right? Okay, whom, right? Okay, that is object pronoun, right? Okay, so that's why the answer for this one, right? Okay, why is A, right? Okay, because here sister, right? It was my sister, right? Okay, this is subject, right? Okay, subject. So that's why the answer is who, right? The answer is who. All right, okay, guys, clear? Okay, now let's quickly take a look at number 10. Okay, so you look at before the blank. She just took them from my drawer. So you can see an exclamation mark here. When to my parents, they told me not to be so childish. All right, okay, so the key word here is she just took them from my drawer. When so the mean you are talking about someone, all right? From the exclamation mark, I can see that you guys are not happy, the person is not happy, right? So let's take a look at the option. Okay, number 10, told, reported, complaint, question. Okay, so you have told, reported, complaint, question. So from the keyword here, all right, okay, so you can take out question. It's not a question, it's not a question. Bye D, all right, okay. It's not a report also. You are not reporting, right? You are not a reporter, right? Bye B and D, bye. Is either A or C, all right? Okay, so looking at this particular keyword, do you guys complain or you guys told your parents? What do you guys think will be the answer? Azizi is saying told, right? Okay, Natasha is saying complain. All right, again, the keyword here, guys, is she just took them from my drawer. Guys, if you say this, is this a complaint or you are telling something to someone? Let's say your brother took something, right? Okay, without your permission, right? Okay, from your drawer. So what you will tell your parents? Will you tell your parents or will you complain your parents? No, not report, right? Report, because you know why? The exclamation mark. Are you guys happy? Are you guys happy? Are you guys happy? When somebody takes something from you without your permission, are you guys happy? No. So, will you guys report? Right? Will you guys go and report? You see, report is more like when somebody steals something, you guys go and report to police. But here we are talking about your parents. You are talking about your parents. So report and question you can rule out, right? You can rule out. Okay, the answer is between told and complain. So will you complain to your parents, you see, or will you just simply tell your parents? Because you guys are upset. When you're upset about your siblings, right? You guys won't be angry. Will you guys go and tell your parents like this? Father, mother, actually my sister, she took the watch without my permission from my drawer. This is telling, okay. Father, mother, I look at the sister lah. Oh, look at her lah. She's, she took this thing without my permission lah. What is this? What is this? This is a complaint. So in this situation, which one is the best answer, guys? Which one is the best answer? Yeah, right? Yes. Okay. So that's why you guys have to analyze. So this reading and use of English, it's not something that you guys can do like reading, You guys have to think about it, think critically, think about the function of language, right? Okay. So here you're talking about function, right? Okay. When you use the exclamation mark, that means you are complaining, you are not happy about something. Oh my God, look at this, she's done this, right? Okay. You are complaining to your parents, right? Okay. You're not reporting, because reporting is if something is stolen, then you can go and tell your police, then that is a report. So here is not a question, so you can rule out question. So telling means you are just simply going telling them, but the particular the word, that the exclamation mark, she just took them from my drawer, gives you the indication that you guys are just complaining, right? Okay, that's why the answer is complain. Okay, all right. Okay, I think you guys get slight idea, right? Okay, how to do this. Okay, so we will continue again, right? Okay, next week, right? Okay, and next week we will straight away finish this paper 1. Then we will straight away go to paper 2. Then we will definitely go to paper 3 and paper 4, right? Okay, we will try to do it very quickly, right? Okay, because I'm just doing like an overall review of everything, right? Okay, so I think we should be able to do it, right? Okay, so and basically this particular part I also like to focus a little bit more, right? Because like I say, part 1 reading should not be a problem. You follow the strategy, I think you should do. Part 3 will be comprehension. I think you all know the strategy is pretty much similar, right? Okay. Part 4, you will see later, is about matching and everything. That is something that you guys are used to, right? Okay. Part 5, something like that, right? Matching and everything, right? Okay. So similar, right? Okay. But this one, and this is also a part that you guys are very, very familiar, right? Okay. But why I'm kind of like concerned, because sometimes when it the use of language, right? Okay, when your understanding of the function of the language is not that good, then you guys may struggle, right? Okay, so that's what I'd like to focus this more, right? Okay, so I think today also it's kind of like late, right? Okay, so I think we will continue next week. All right. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. I'll see you guys next week, right? Okay, I hope so far you guys understood about this paper 1, and I think about paper 4 listening, the part 4, the most difficult one. I think we took some time on that, but I think it's a time well spent, because that part is difficult and you guys need to know how to do that, right? Okay, so pretty much we already covered that. So next week we should not go too deep into that, so we just focus on the how to answer the question, rather than like focusing too deep on like the techniques and everything, right? Okay, all right, that's it, guys. Take care, stay safe, and sorry for taking too much of time, right? Okay, have a nice weekend, right? Okay, and I see you guys next week. Bye bye.